Alright, this is a video on gunning. I'm going to be using the ASDW+click method, which is basically click the mouse at the same time as you hit ASDW. Takes a bit of practice to get used to. Right now I have it going really slow so you have an idea of what it looks like right now. I always look for a loop, which is like this, or one up above or one down below. Either way, that's the kind of loop that you want to look for. I can't do a loop at the top here, so I just leave that. I hop off and literally just click. I almost always block off that entrance right there. And usually, if all goes well, then the pieces will line up as they come spitting out of the barrel as red, white, black. Again, I can't do a loop up top here, so I'll hop off again. And the speed will actually start going faster and faster each time. As you get better. Once you actually find a good board, then you can just stay on that board. This one you can't quite do a loop. You could do a loop right here, but you know what, screw it. You don't really need to do that. And I can't use this board. Alright. And the reason why I do this method is so that I can almost always guarantee that when I block this off, the red, white, and black pieces almost usually line up. Sometimes there's an extra piece there, but it'll usually line up enough that I can put a piece there. Alright, so this one, it can't quite do that only because that part blocked off my loops. So let's speed this up a little bit more. There we go. And if you have pieces that are kind of lined up at the same time, and you want, say, for instance, you want the piece behind the piece that you have, then you want to click exactly on the item in front. So as I'm staying on this board, I don't know if you noticed or if you saw, but this cannon right here that I'm filling right now is the one that clears first all the time. The other cannons get filled, or get emptied rather, afterwards, but the top left cannon gets filled first. And as you can see, guns are picking up speed because I'm getting used to the speed. So this one will clear first, then that one, and then these two bottom ones. So I'll click these guys here. And again, if you want that red piece, you want to click on the white, so you know, by slight delayed reaction, that red piece will actually go in. So as that white one comes around, say you want that middle black piece, you have to click really fast. It's the simplest way to put it, just to get it to work. Oops. So for that one, you know, I didn't fill it fast enough, or I didn't click fast enough to get rid of it. And it makes a huge difference, obviously. It makes a difference between a good versus excellent. Right now I'm doing goods. The more mistakes you make, the lower your score will be. This method is, again, easier, I think, than the slider method, which is just sliding your mouse around. I find that this is a lot more accurate. And if you're trigger happy like I am, it's perfect for you. You can probably hear the clicking noises. Sometimes I fill one at a time, sometimes I clear one at a time, sometimes I clear multiple at a time. That's really up to you. It's easier once you actually get a pattern going to clear, two at a time and then fill it. If not, there's nothing wrong with doing one at a time like so. Again, you want to go for quick fills and accurate fills. And you only get 3 arrows at a time. Each arrow gets lighter and lighter as you click on them. Oops, there it goes. So the first arrow that you click will be lighter than the other colors. They get progressively darker, and that gives you an idea of what's the first arrow that you clicked. So this arrow is lighter than these 2 arrows here. And again, yeah, that does make a difference because that arrow is the first one to go each time you go and do these. So now that you have a kind of an idea of how gunning is, that's with the ASDW method. I'm going to now do it with my tablet pen, which makes it a lot easier because it's like using a pencil and you're quite literally just directing the pieces very quickly and very accurately in the slider method. And some gunners will gun just slider method, but they won't do loops at all. I find that a lot harder. If you want to do that way, sure, go ahead. There are other tutorials for that. This one is specifically for the ASDW+click method. Oops. And if you know that this pattern, you start following these patterns as they go around. Like say, for instance, oops. If you don't mess up, you would have gotten a nice red, white, black set right there. But I booched that, so that didn't happen. Now, when you have pieces where there's a block right here, you can actually use that to your benefit. Mostly if you already have a red, white, black set coming afterwards. Or even here, you can use that to your benefit as well. You can also make smaller loops like this. Individual loops. It helps sometimes, I think, and sometimes it doesn't. That's not always the case. So just figure out what method works best for your gunning method. Stick to it. Be patient. Go slow at first. Once you pick up speed like this, this is actually top speed, I believe. Once you pick up speed, the only way to go slow again is to hop off station. You can't do that on a sloop. So the gunning method that I'm doing right now is something very similar to a sloop. If you are on a sloop and you are gunning, it won't look quite like this. The barrel will actually move according to the way that the bee never moves the ship. So if he makes like a left turn, it'll move to the right. If he makes a right turn, it'll move to the left, etc. Sometimes you get the barrel stuck to the one side, and it's annoying as heck, but it happens, and you just have to adjust accordingly. You can either hop off and find a new board, but if you have a really nice board like this, you might want to just stay on it and stick to it as best as you can. If it's not ready to be filled, then it will bounce out. I don't know if you saw that or not on this cannon over here. But because it was in this area that this is the only area it could go, it did not affect the overall outcome. And that's the same thing with this one over here. As you can see, that red one bounced out because it wasn't ready to be filled. And that's usually about a 1 second wait or so. So there you have it. This is the gunning method. The island is coming up right now. And this should be an excellent. I don't know if, yep, there you go. And there's an excellent right now. Hopefully that helps. Again, it's a combination of the ASDW click method as well as a tablet pen gunning method. So hopefully it helped.